Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another reading. My name is Bridget, and we're going to tune in for you today. And I'm going to shuffle live, and we'll see what message wanted to find you today. All right, so Spirit, what would you like this person to know? What would you like them to know? Ooh, we got embracing enthusiasm. Shout to the heavens with happiness. And she's wearing a flower crown, and there are 4 butterflies as well. Are we focusing? There we are. We are focused. We are focusing. Okay. So the butterflies represent transformation and the flower crown represents the crown chakra. Okay. Embracing enthusiasm. Something is going to be manifesting for you. Look, this card was popping out. I just pulled it. I love this. We got the Phoenix, transformation, a fresh new way of living emerges. This fresh new way of living emerging is going to happen oh my gosh, I just realized, I'm sorry, there's just so much coming through at once for you. We have the butterfly and we have the phoenix, both symbols of transformation, like massive symbols of transformation. Do you know what I'm saying? This is amazing, okay? Wow. This is such a positive reading for you. Okay, so it's going to happen through your crown. It's going to happen. Crown chakra manifestations happen within 48 hours. I'm not saying it's going to happen 48 hours from now, but when it does happen, this fresh new way of living emerges. It's kind of going to happen all at once, okay? It's going to, just like how your life can change in a day, you meet your soulmate and then it's for the rest of your life, you're with this person and it's well, my life changed in that one day that I met them because from that moment on, I was on a different destiny path and my, single days, were coming to an end or whatever. That's kind of what I'm feeling. It's your life will change in one day or in 2 days, 48 hours. I guess that's 2 days. 2 days. It's going to happen like that. And then you're going to look back at this time in your life and you're going to be like, yeah, that was a turning point for me. And from that moment on, this changed and this changed and this was different and this was different and this was different. You might be having some kind of a big breakthrough, a download for a new idea. And it's everything changes in just that really brief period of time. Or you go viral on social media and then your business blows up and all your life is different in just that period of time. Or you have some kind of a breakthrough with your health and all of a sudden you're on this healing path and your symptoms start reversing and you start to, have a breakthrough. This group, this collective who I'm reading for right now, you are actually really tapped into magic, okay? That's something Spirit really wants you to know. And the Phoenix is a really special sort of magical being for me and been with me a lot in my life. But I feel Spirit really wants you to know about magic. You are really close to magic. Have you ever read the book You Are the Placebo by Joe Dispenza? There's a lot in that book that I feel is codes. It's codes for Earth, things that are hidden, mysteries about Earth that people don't really necessarily know about or that we don't really talk about or that isn't widely understood. For example, have you ever heard of, in that book, they talked about sham surgery, which is where they could do surgery on someone. Say someone has, I don't know, something they need surgery for. I'm just going to keep it general because I don't want to get specific about it. But it's say someone needed something they needed surgery for. And then if the surgeon goes in and they just do a little incision and then they sew it up without doing any of the surgery that they said they were going to do, but they tell the person that's getting the surgery, I just did surgery on you and I fixed you and I healed you. Did you know that person will go on to be healed? The power of suggestion, the power of our mind, the power of our belief, of what we believe is truly possible, is so much more powerful than we actually realize as a collective. We don't even realize how powerful we are. Or another example from that book, the You Are the Placebo, is they, during some war, in one period of time, they ran out of anesthetic so that they couldn't give people the painkiller so that they could do this, the healing for the wounds, the sewing up of their wounds and stuff from the war, the battle. So what they did is that they pretended to give that person the anesthetic. They pretended to give them the painkiller. And because that person, the power of suggestion, the power of their belief, they believed that they had been given the painkiller. They believed that they had been given that anesthetic. And so they didn't feel any pain. The pain completely went away, as if their body responded because of the power of the mind, the power of the belief of I believe that I'm not feeling any pain anymore because I've just been given this painkiller. And so the body responds accordingly. Right? This stuff is real. It's so much more real than we realize. And it's really an untapped kind of human potential that I feel is something that's going to be more and more happening, like in future timelines for the new earth and stuff. It's something that, you know, we are meant to explore more. And you, like whoever I'm talking to right now, hello, nice to meet you. You are meant to bring this energy into this earth. Like part of your divine role and destiny is to bring some kind of magic into form, is to do something that people think is impossible. Like it's impossible to not have anesthesia and not feel pain. It's like, well, actually, you know, it is possible. It is possible, but we have to be in the right place, like energetically and spiritually and stuff, to kind of have that kind of power over our bodies. But we do. So you might also have the ability to like heal something energetically for yourself or for others. You might be an amazing energy healer. I'm seeing that as well. But Spirit's saying like something about like opening your crown and realizing like the change is so much more available, and that it can happen in kind of miraculous and magical ways that we haven't always felt was possible. So with the embracing enthusiasm, shout to the heavens with happiness, like think about why you would suddenly shout to the heavens with happiness. Like, why would you do that? Wouldn't it be because something truly incredible happened? Something that you were kind of like, I can't believe this thing just happened. Oh my God, I did it. I won, or I won the lottery, or I you know, healed this thing, or I had this breakthrough, or I, you know, whatever. That's what I'm seeing. Like Spirit is kind of wanting to tell you, you have the power to manifest this, but it involves moving from one form into another. Okay. From one form into another, where you are truly actually a vibrational match to this new kind of way of living, a fresh new way of living. The phoenix is your friend. The phoenix and the butterfly are both symbols for you, I feel, especially at this time in your life, if not for your whole life, depends on how you resonate. Definitely at this time in your life. And I feel that you actually are meant to go through many cycles in your life where you've kind of gone from one way of being into another. Like you've moved from, how do I word this? Like for me, for example, I'll use myself as an example just because it's the first thing that came into my mind, which means Spirit wants me to use me as an example. When my psychic abilities turned on, like I was always intuitive and kind and compassionate and empathetic and stuff, like since I was a little baby. But I didn't have these kinds of abilities where I could just like channel, and Spirit would give me messages so that I could use them for the collective, so that I could be of service to humanity. I didn't have that. I didn't have light language and healing abilities and healing hands and things like that. That literally turned on for me within a matter of like a week. Like I would say even a day or two, like really, if I'm being real. It was like pretty much like night and day. Like it was one day I didn't have it, the next day I did. And then everything changed and I got better and better at reading tarot, and I learned how to read and things like that. But my light language came through like in one day. I didn't have it, then I did. I didn't have healing abilities, then I did. Or I didn't realize that I had it, right? Because it was always within me. And then it's like I opened to them. It happened literally in a day. It was like one night I went to bed and I listened to this light. I'll tell you the story because why not? I listened to a light language activation and I was like, what is this? Because I hadn't heard it before. And it was almost a little bit strange. Obviously, light language is a bit strange, but it was like a bit like jarring or something. And I could almost like feel it moving my cells, like moving my DNA. And it was like, ugh, like, what is this? This is like really moving me. And it was like getting under my skin. And it was kind of weird. But anyway, I ended up falling asleep listening to it because it was like a long, like 40-minute like meditation or something. And then I woke up the next morning and I was like, I literally woke up. You know how they like do in the movies where you like wake up and you're like, and I woke up like that. And then I was like, oh my God, something's changed. And then I went online and I was like Googling, like, what is this light language thing? What is it? And I like saw some people like channeling it on YouTube. And then I just had this like literally one of those brain moments where it's like, like all of my brain was like moving around. And I was like, this is what I'm meant to do. And I saw my destiny like unfold in front of me. And I was like, oh my God, that's what I'm meant to do. And then as soon as I finished like listening to this one video that I was watching, when I had this download about it, I was like, and then I started channeling it and I went and I channeled and I channeled and I channeled and I channeled and I didn't stop channeling. I was just loving it so much. So this was in 2019. And then I started my YouTube channel like a few months after that. So what I'm trying to say is that we can have so many abilities inside of us that we did not know we had. Like if you had asked me even just like 6 months before that happened, like, hey, did you know that you can channel light language? First of all, I would have been like, what is light language? What is it? I don't know what it is. Second of all, I would have been like, me? Really? I mean, I really have underestimated myself in different parts of my life. You know, the way I was raised, other things contributed. But what I'm trying to say is like, we can have things hidden from us that we didn't even realize was possible. Like you literally are a phoenix, okay? You have the ability to be reborn multiple times in your life. multiple rebirths where you rise from the ashes, you rise from the fire of transformation, and you become something new and you can heal things. Now I'm thinking as well about Harry Potter. If you remember, if you are into Harry Potter, in the book, there's a phoenix called Fawkes, and the phoenix comes and helps Harry at certain points in his path on his hero's journey. And one of the things that Fawkes does for Harry is that he stops him from dying. I think it's in the Chamber of Secrets. Anyway, I love Harry Potter, but Phoenix the Fawkes uses his tears. So the Phoenix tears in Harry Potter heal wounds, they heal illnesses, they heal things from the body. And that's what I feel like you have the ability to do, because I was bringing up you are the placebo and stuff like this. It's you are a healer deep within yourself. And first and foremost, you heal yourself, right? Before you get along with healing others, or, maybe it's at the same time, because part of my destiny was I'm meant to heal myself as I help others at the same time. But you're meant to do something profound in the way that you heal yourself, though. The way that Fawkes heals Harry with the tears. And Harry was literally on the point, the brink of death. And then the tears come and they heal him, and they restore him. They revitalize him, and he comes back into life and back into his strength. You have the ability for remarkable healing, the sort of healing that people think is impossible, being diagnosed with some kind of illness and you could turn it around. Part of it's the power of your mind, the placebo, right? What can we do with our mind? If our mind is fresh, if our mind is clean, if our mind is pure, if our mind has the energy of a new beginning, what can we do? What can we manifest? What can we achieve? Part of it is in your mind. And your crown even, the crown is the head. It's your brain, your ability to have this sort of fresh neural pathways, instead of being locked into this one neural pathway of this is the way that it is, and it's only this way. It's what if you could think new? What if you could think fresh? And I keep getting that, a fresh new way of living emerges. So even if you are on the brink of death symbolically, you can revitalize yourself. You have the strength of the phoenix to come back again and to be born again. And that takes, a very special soul. It really does. It's a very unique soul, which is a 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a very unique soul that is drawn to the energy of the phoenix, because it's not easy. It's not an easy path, okay? And the truth is on this earth that a lot of people just don't experience this level of change in their life. They experience some change maybe, but the phoenix level of change is multiple rebirths. Moving from one form to another multiple times in a life, almost fitting in 3 lifetimes within one life. It's a very profound archetype. And it also comes, I feel, because I brought up Harry Potter, and I feel it comes to the phoenix is drawn to someone who is on the hero's journey, who is doing something that benefits all. Because one of the archetypes of the hero that's on the hero's journey, one of the aspects of that archetype, is that they usually have an aspect of them that doesn't necessarily want to have that role. If you think of Lord of the Rings, when Frodo is given the ring by Gandalf, and he's you need to go on this quest and take this ring to Mordor and throw it into the fire and destroy it. And Frodo's yeah, nah, dude. I don't know about that. I don't know if I'm going to be capable of that. Are you sure, man? You got the right hobbit? Are you sure? And Gandalf is yes, it is your destiny. I'm sure, or whatever. And then Frodo does it, and he pulls it off, and sorry to spoil it if you haven't seen it, but come on, it's Lord of the Rings. He achieves his destiny, and so does Harry. And it's these are kind of these unlikely heroes. Harry is literally a child when he starts his quest to end Voldemort in Harry Potter. It's he's a freaking child. You know what I'm saying? He's still 12 or something. So you have this archetype of being this hero, and maybe you are a little bit of an unlikely hero, or you maybe underestimated yourself, how I mentioned earlier about myself. It's maybe you just underestimate yourself. Maybe other people can see it in you, but you sometimes don't see this. You are literally the hero of your story and of a very important quest, a destiny that you're here to fulfill. So I feel that this card is telling you that soon you're going to have a breakthrough in your awareness, where you're going to realize how magical you are. You're going to realize what it really means to be touched by the energy of the phoenix, to hold the energy of the butterfly, to have this crown awakening where you realize how much is possible. I feel part of the crown awakening as well is that you realize just how much is possible. You might have thought, You might have thought like, oh, my life is just going to be some way. Like Frodo thought that he was just going to live in the Shire for the rest of his life, and his life would just be like all the other hobbits around him. And then he gets sent on this quest, and his life becomes completely different to what all the other hobbits have experienced in just one day. And this is what I mean about your life can change so fast. And that's something that you will experience in your life if you haven't already. It's coming in for you soon. You're going to have a destiny moment where Gandalf's going to knock on your door and be like, I'm sending you on a quest. And here's your destiny. Here's the map of your destiny. You're ready. You're the hero of this story. Go off, conquer, do it. Yeah, it's going to be a big destiny moment. You're going to realize like why you're here on this earth. Okay. That's what I mean by like having this destiny moment. It's like you're going to face some kind of initiation where you're going to be like, okay, I know why I'm here. This is why I was put on this earth. This is what I'm doing in this incarnation. This is what I'm doing. Yeah. It's kind of going to be epic. Okay. It's going to be like an epic story, an epic tale. You're going to defeat fear as well. That's something that I feel like is from those archetypes coming through that I'm feeling. Very magical being you are, because both of those stories, Harry Potter and the Lord of the Rings series, like it's super magic, right? It's all about magic and magical beings. I feel like you're really connected to magical beings. You're really connected to magic, earth magic, doing magic, being magic, achieving magic. Yeah, you are magical. And I feel like there's a part of you that still is underestimating yourself. But part of this destiny quest that you're about to enter into, like this new phase of your destiny, is you really coming to terms with like, whoa, I'm way more capable than I ever realized. And that my life can change this fast. And that I can heal things that I may have never realized was possible to heal. That magic is actually within us. It's not something that lives outside of us that we have to go, no, it's already here. We just have to become a new version of ourselves that is in vibrational harmony and resonance with the magic we hold within us. Okay, so this is the next phase of your life. I'm feeling a destiny moment coming in. This crown chakra initiation, awakening into your destiny, into you are so much more capable than you even realize. You've been underestimating yourself a lot. And that's about to change. And you're going to be entering into a very magical period where you're realizing like you are a very magical being and you are here to kind of bring magic into this earth and bring healing magic into this earth as well. All right, that's all that I have for you. I do hope that this reading served you. And if you'd like to check out more of my work, please see the links in the description box below. I'm sending you so much love and take care.